Well, viewers, in the previous videos, we have seen the sequence of operations in the Otto cycle, diesel cycle, and dual cycle. In this video, we will make a comparison between these two cycles. Which cycle is efficient, whether Otto cycle, diesel cycle, or dual cycle. So please recall the sequence of operations that occurred in the engine cylinder. So the sequence of operations are compression, the next one is the heat addition, the next one is the expansion, and later the heat rejection. If it is Otto cycle, isentropic compression, constant volume heat addition, and isentropic expansion, and the constant volume heat rejection. It is for the Otto cycle. The SV, that is the code you can use to remember for the Otto cycle. Suppose if it is the diesel cycle, the remaining operations are all same except the heat addition. The compression is the isentropic compression. The heat addition is the constant pressure heat addition. The expansion is the isentropic expansion. And the heat rejection is the constant volume heat rejection. So the code to remember the diesel cycle is SPSV. That is the code for the diesel cycle. If it is so, easily you can draw the PV and TS diagrams. So only the heat addition they vary. The remaining all operations they are maintained same inside the cylinder. The thermodynamic operation. Suppose if it is a dual cycle, the compression is the isentropic compression, and the heat addition occurs. That is a mixed cycle. The heat addition is occurred both at the constant volume and also the constant pressure. The constant pressure heat addition. That is why it is called a mixed cycle. So there are two types of heat addition normally occurred inside the engine cylinders, either the constant volume or constant pressure. So here I want to quote one point. The constant volume, it is very efficient heat operation. So the heat addition occurs at constant volume, means with the explosion the heat addition occurs. So that is highly efficient. But maintaining the constant volume is very difficult. To overcome this, the constant pressure heat additions are introduced. So the efficiency is less, but it is practicable. So constant volume is highly efficient, but not practicable. Constant pressure is practicable, but it is not efficient. So in order to optimize this, so such cycles are introduced. So both constant volume, constant pressures, they are maintained in the dual cycle. And the expansion. So the expansion is occurred similar to the previous isentropic, and the heat rejection is the constant volume. These are the sequence of operations occurred in the dual cycle. So SVP, that is the code you can remember for the dual cycle. How can we compare this Otto cycle, diesel cycle, and dual cycle on the same PV diagram? So you can draw the three cycles on the PV diagram. On the same PV diagram, I am practicing drawing the Otto cycle, diesel cycle, and dual cycle. So first the case that is maintained is the compression ratio that is same. So for the same compression ratio, for the same heat rejection, so the first process, the final process, they are maintained same for all the cycles. That means for the same compression ratio, for the same compression, for the same heat rejection, for the same heat rejection. Now I am drawing the cycles. First I am drawing that cycle. So what is the Otto cycle? SV, SV. So 1 to 2 is the compression, isentropic compression, 1 to 2. Then the heat addition. The heat addition is the constant volume heat addition. And expansion. The expansion is the isentropic expansion. Isentropic expansion. And later the heat rejection. The heat rejection is again the constant volume heat rejection. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It forms the Carnot cycle. It forms the Carnot cycle. So isentropic compression, the constant volume heat addition, isentropic expansion, and the constant volume heat rejection. So it is the Otto cycle. It is Otto cycle. So for the same compression ratio, that means 1 to 2, the process is same. For the same heat rejection, that is the process 4 to 1. They are maintained same. Maintaining the same, we have to draw the remaining cycles. So the diesel cycle. If you want to draw the diesel cycle, simple. Here, from the point 2, you draw the horizontal. So that intersects the opposite curve at a point. So this point you can call this as phi. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is the Otto cycle. Now you see the process 1 to 2, that is a compression, isentropic compression. So you can see the process 2 to 5, that is the constant pressure heat addition. 5 to 4 is again the expansion. And again 4 to 1 is the heat rejection. Then 1, 2, 5, 4, S, P, S, V. So SP, SV, that is for the diesel cycle. So 1, 2, 5, 4, that is become the diesel cycle. So you can see both cycles, Otto cycle and diesel cycle. The compression ratio 1 to 2, process is maintained same. For both cycles, the heat rejection 4 to 1, process is also maintained same. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is Otto cycle. 1, 2, 5, 4 is a diesel cycle. And you please draw the dual cycle on the same 3D diagram. So 1 to 2 is the compression. From there, the constant volume heat addition, the pressure is restricted. That is why it is called the limited pressure cycle. So you will get this point is as 6. Then the heat addition occurs, the constant volume heat addition and again the constant pressure heat addition. So you draw the horizontal. That means the opposite curve at a point. Now you can see the cycle, the dual cycle. 1 to 2 is the compression, 2 to 6 is the constant volume heat addition, 6 to 7 is the constant pressure heat addition, 7 to 4 is the expansion, 4 to 1 is the heat rejection. So S, P, V, S, V. So that is become the dual cycle. So 1, 2, 6, 7, 4. That is become the dual cycle. So all the 3 cycles are drawn within the same PV diagram, keeping the compression ratio same, 1 to 2 process same, and 4 to 1 heat rejection same. Maintaining these 2 process same, these are all drawn. You see the curve, where in which case the work done is more. So the shaded area. Within the cycle that represents the work done. So the efficiency of the cycle is nothing but the work produced to the heat addition. If you want to have the more efficiency, the numerator should be high. So in which case the work done is high. the area within the curve that represents the work done. So you can see the area for the Otto cycle. Area for the Otto cycle is this much. The area of the Otto cycle is this much. So out of all these cycles, the area is more for the Otto cycle. There, if the area is more, the work done will be more. If the work done is more, then the efficiency will be more. Therefore, the work done for the Otto cycle is high. The work done for the Otto cycle is high. Then the next cycle you can see. So the next cycle, the area, so you can see the dual cycle. The dual cycle, the area is this much. That is the area enclosed between 1, 2, 6, 7 and 4. So Otto cycle, it has more area. Then in the order, the dual cycle will come. So the dual cycle work done is this much. And again, if you see the diesel cycle, for the work done for the dual cycle is only this much. Only this much. So that is the area 1, 2, 5, 4. So that is less. So the Otto cycle has more work, then followed by the diesel cycle, then followed by the dual cycle, then it is followed by the diesel cycle. The work done for the diesel cycle. So the 1, 2, 3, 4 work is high. That represents the Otto cycle. 1, 2, 6, 7, 5. 1, 2, 6, 7, 4. That is the dual cycle. Followed by the diesel cycle 1, 2, 5, 4. The work done is high. The efficiencies are high. The efficiency is high for the Otto cycle. Then the dual cycle. Then the diesel cycle. For the same compression ratio, for the same heat rejection, the Otto cycle is more efficient. The diesel cycle is the least efficient. So this is the comparison which holds in the competitive examination. For the same compression ratio, for the same heat rejection, Otto cycle is efficient. There is another case. There is the another case. The case 2. So because of the heat addition, the pressures are increased, the temperatures also are increased. For the same maximum pressure, in all the 3 cycles, I maintained the pressure, maximum pressure is same. Maximum pressure is same. And the heat rejection is same. The heat rejection is same. So satisfying these, we have to construct the PV diagram. So the peak pressure is same in all the 3 cycles. The heat rejection is also same in all the 3 cycles. Accordingly, we have to make the PV diagram. Then you can see which cycle is efficient. So you draw the diesel cycle first. So diesel cycle, the compression is isentropic. The compression is isentropic. Next, the constant pressure heat addition. The constant pressure is maintained. Then the expansion is isentropic. 3 to 4. Later, constant volume heat rejection. So this is the diesel cycle. The diesel cycle. So what is the pressure at point 1 is P1. Pressure at 2 is P2, P3, P4. So what is the maximum pressure? The maximum pressure is either P2 or P3. So it is called the maximum pressure. Maximum pressure. So keep the maximum pressure within the cylinder same. And also the heat rejection 4 to 1 process also same. Satisfying these conditions, you construct the remaining 2 cycles. So from 3, you draw vertical that meets the opposite curve at a point. So this point is called as phi. This point is called as phi. Now you see the cycle. Earlier 1, 2, 3, 4 is the diesel cycle. The diesel cycle. Now you see the cycle 1, 5, 3, 4. So 1, 5 is the compression, isentropic compression. 5, 3 is the heat addition, constant volume heat addition. 3 to 4 is the expansion. 4 to 1 is the heat rejection. So what is the maximum pressure for this forms the Otto cycle? P1, P5, P3, P4. Where the pressure is high, so here the pressure is high. Keeping the maximum pressure same, the Otto cycle has been constructed on the same PV diagram. So 1, 5, 3, 4, that is become the Otto cycle. That is become the Otto cycle. The condition is satisfied. The maximum peak pressure, the heat rejection, they are maintained same. In the same cycle, in the same PV diagram, you practice drawing the dual cycle. So in between 2 to 3, you take one point, from there you draw the vertical to the opposite curve. Then this can be taken as 6 and 7. 6 and 7. So you please see the process in the third cycle. So 1 to 6 is the compression, isentropic compression. 6 to 7 is the heat addition, constant volume heat addition. 7 to 3 is the constant pressure heat addition, the combination. 3 to 4 is the expansion and 4 to 1 is the heat rejection. So the cycle 1, 6, 7, 3, 4 that forms the dual cycle. That forms the dual cycle. So diesel cycle, dual cycle, Otto cycle. 3 are drawn on the same PV diagram. The condition, the maximum pressure. You see, in all the 3 cycles, the maximum pressure maintained is same. Peak pressure is maintained same. Inside the engine cylinder, the same high pressure is maintained. Suppose if it is set for 15 bar. So in all the 3 cycles, it is planned to maintain 15 bar. Accordingly, the diagram has been constructed. The 4 to 1, the heat rejection, the process 4 to 1 is also maintained same. So which area is more? So 1, 2, 3, 4 area is more. That is for the diesel cycle. So the diesel cycle has the work done high. The work done high. That is higher than in the order you can see. The cycle 1, 6, 7, 3, 1, 6, 7, 3 and 4. This much is the work done. That is for the dual cycle. So, next in the order, the work is done more for the dual cycle. The Otto cycle work you can see only this much is the work done in the Otto cycle. That is the area under 1, 5, 3, 4. That is the work done for the Otto cycle. So for this condition, which cycle is more efficient? Diesel cycle. Diesel cycle work done is more. Therefore, the efficiency of the diesel cycle is greater than the efficiency of the dual cycle followed by the efficiency of the diesel cycle. Several times, such questions are asked in the competitive examination. For the same compression ratio, same heat rejection, Otto cycle is most efficient. For the same peak pressure, for the same heat rejection, diesel cycle is most efficient. So this is a comparison between the Otto cycle, diesel cycle and dual cycle for these 2 cases. Thank you for watching the video.